Sup, men? NYK31 here. 921. These are a few more weekend league games. Happy week one of the NFL season, as I'm currently watching the Jets just basically be a carbon copy of last year's team. Leaky offensive line, no wide receivers that can scare anybody. Sam forcing himself to force stuff. No pass rush, trash coverage. You know, wash, rinse, repeat. And hopefully Adam Gase is gone by the bye week. There are very few coaches that I have a visceral hatred for in my life, and yeah. Anyhow, hope you're enjoying week one. Good to have football back. I've really missed it, even though it's a weird opener with empty stadiums. Still great to have the NFL back and just to have football around and to basically revolve your Sundays around the NFL. Nothing better than that. But anyway, playing some games here. Online CFMs start this weekend, so I'll be playing online leagues this weekend, or I have my one of my openers today actually. And I almost have my next coverage video done, C6 and C9, and I'm also going to start digging into the run and shoot playbook for this year. As I'm in three CFMs, I have to run a different offense in each CFM just to kind of keep things fresh. But as we have Vic Beasley coming in for the sack, we're playing some weekend league right now. And we're running the Arizona playbook, and I'm running the Chiefs defensive playbook as well, as it seems to have the most formations for what I want to do out of a 4-3 defensive playbook. But I'm also going to be thinking about playing some 3-4 this year and figuring that out as far as how I want to play that. But anyway, on the march we go here. That's an incomplete pass to Tyreek Hill on the corner route on mesh, and here Rod Woodson just jumps up and picks the ball off. I may have been able to wait on that a little while longer, but he clicked on, got the INT, and he is in business. He's got Dan Marino on there, and we have Charles Johnson getting the sack as we held up in coverage very nicely. The first weekend league of the year, tight games. Most of my games have been pretty tight. Still had not lost a game as of this one here, as I gave him the flat route there. He did not take it, ended up getting sacked as his offensive line just caved in. And you know how it is. Your first 10 games, you generally start to feel. You generally start to get into a good rhythm until I would say around game 8, 9, or 10. And then things tend to ratchet up intensity wise. There's no way I'm playing all 25 games. I'll get to maybe 10 wins, and then I want to get to I'll get to 10 wins and then see where I'm going from there. Maybe try to get to between 12 and 15 and then call it a weekend. I can't do these 25 games, man. They just take so much out of you. But anyway, we're down 3-0. Do a little H shallow cross to Jerry Rice. I have Mark Clayton on the outside with Tyreek Hill and Jerry. And what's weird about what I've been experiencing with my receiving crew, despite having similar route running ratings, deep route running ratings, Mark Clayton consistently gets open for me on deeper routes better than Hill, and I don't understand why. As we pop a little zone read here at Lamar Jackson, I might have to re-examine what role I have Reek in and what abilities I want on him, because something ain't quite right. As we hit Cam Akers there on out of the backfield, so we're on the march here, and I've been playing pretty much exclusively out of the 2x2 sets. I'm going to branch out and start playing more trips if we run smash here on 4th and 5. I like 2x2 doubles and spread, but I feel like the trip sets have better or give you additional options versus the amount of man coverage that you're going to see. So we tie the game up here. This game moved by pretty fast. We're already deep into the second quarter, and we're holding up pretty well defensively. I'd like to have another good defensive lineman, but I really, really need faster, more athletic defensive backs. I have Stephon Gilmore. I have the team captain Aeneas Williams, and I also have Tre'Davious White. As my corners, I have Tyrann Mathieu playing strong safety, and I have Minkah Fitzpatrick at free safety. They're both pretty athletic. Stephon Gilmore plays pretty well. Aeneas Williams plays absolutely horribly. He gets beat so much. and I need to get a replacement on the outside for him. Yeah, Tre'Davious White, he's okay, but again, he's just a little bit slow. Gonna be hitting the hitch here again, and again, you know how I roll. I just take what they give me. And Byron Jones jumps out of his shoes. He had I had some separation there for the corner route, but alas. So gotta shake that off, and he decides to throw in a double coverage. So we get the ball right back. So again, this game is flying by. Already in the late third quarter. Um, Need to score. Need to get a move on. We hit Clayton there on the out route. Good start. All kinds of room there for Mr. Akers. And I like this Cam Akers. He's a pretty darn good budget back, and he's provided a lot of value for me. I've gotten quite a bit of mileage out of him as we're just doing work with him underneath in the passing game, and we run a little bit of outside zone action. Nice blocking there, so it's all clicking this drive. We just got to finish it. Play action, and we have space, and boom. We bust out the 4 wide 2x2 pistol set, and we score. So very well done there. We pick that bad boy off, and we're going to house that sucker, and that will put the cherry on top. So after that, he is going to eject. So slow start there. Got to get into a good rhythm, and we get the pick six to clinch the game. Going to have a couple other games featured in this video. As you see, we have Asante Samuel, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is pretty much everywhere now. There's only really two viable quarterbacks: Lamar Jackson and Dan Marino. So that's what you're going to see the vast majority of the time. Also has Andre Johnson leveled up to as high as you can get him right now. So let's see how we do here as we're going to start off on offense. And, just going to look to execute the 2x2 stuff. And I'm tinkering around with some hot routes to enhance some things that I want to expand upon off the base stuff. But I'm mainly working on and getting down the base stuff, and then expanding from there when I need to expand from there, experimenting with different route combinations. So here we go. We throw that deep comeback route with good timing. Get the possession catch there. Cam Akers again, find some room to run. Starting out with a lot of man coverage. The first few plays, don't like what I see there. Probably could have waited on that a little while longer for circle. But we get what we can get with Lamar. And this I did twice in the game where I flipped the play and I just have a lapse of concentration and forget that I flipped it and throw a pick. I do that one at a time this game. Just bad. So anyway, he is on offense here, running some gun bunch, trying to go to work. I'm trying to, hold everything down. Hits Tyler Lockett there underneath on the drag. Same thing. He's going to be in bunch pretty much the entire game. You're going to see that a lot in head-to-head, and just got to figure out answers, see how they're going to attack you, and adjust as you need to. If your coverages can't handle what they're doing, you got to make tweaks. That's what the game's all about. So I'm trying to hold the door here, and he kicks it down and scores. So we are down 7-0. Barely get that one in there. That was close. So anyway, on the march, sneak a little slip screen in there. Nice little juke, whoop. Get on out of there, and Cam Akers, he's got some speed. He's got some giddy up, so we are in business, and we're going to score down the seam. So we tied up just like that. Now we need to do a better job on defense. So again, he's going from bunch to motion. Runs a little drag, doesn't get a whole heck of a lot there. Does the same thing. Similar route combination. We're on everything there. I think I was in C9. So we had everything accounted for on the weak side. And we get the hit with Chase Young with a sack. Runs Johnson on the crosser there. So he converts. Making a little adjustment here out of cover 3 buzz. Since there's no matching trips, you got to do something. Boom. So we're holding up pretty nicely this possession. Just got to keep those crossers in check somehow. And again, same thing. Here the quarterback defender does an awful job. That's your whole purpose of being there, buddy. You can't let a shallow crosser just cross your face and stand there. So that's irritating. Just bad, in that case, a non-existent reaction. So runs the ball again, and he's going to score again. So we're down 14-7. So that drive was not very good. Not good. Not good. Don't like the look here for the potential RPO. Going to check out of this here. This is a good both single high and two high beater, depending on what's being done. Hit the little curl there. Then we're going to hit one to the slot, to the tight end there, rather. So good rhythm. And I'm getting similar looks, so I'm going to keep on doing the same type of concepts. Seeing a lot of cover three cloud in this play. In this case, I'm still going to run my cover three beating concepts that we run. Hitch outside slot seams. That's a classic cover three beating concept, and it doesn't matter if it's spun from two high or single high. If it's cloud, cover three is cover three. You attack it the same. Just conceptually think of it as the same thing. Whether it's buzz, whether it's single high, whether it's cloud. You just got to isolate who are the curl flat defenders, where the single high safety is going, where the deep safety is going, and then what's going on with adjustments underneath. So 14-14 game. I'm fine giving that up. That was his last resort there, so you're not going to be able to cover everything all the time. Oof, we get belted there, so don't want to give up points here. Same thing, he's going to motion, and I just say I'm going to cut this bad boy myself. And he playmakers his McCaffrey across the middle of the field. They just watch him, but fortunately for me, it was a pass that did not result in a catch. So same thing, and he just throws it right to me. And I'm going to run it back for 6. And I'm going to take the lead. So big turn of events there. Let's take the lead and not relinquish. Hit the sideline route there as my corners, it's drifting into oblivion, as they are wont to do. Here, Aeneas hangs in there. Gets the knockout there. Would have liked to see Honey Badger converge on that as well, but I'll take it. So 4th and 6, we're going to dial up some man coverage and some bootleg brackets here as best as we're able to do. We have everything accounted for. Nothing is open, and we're going to swat the bad boy down. So well done there. We hold. The back on, no, we got to punch this bad boy in. And I do the same thing again. Remember I told you before? I did the same exact thing. I didn't mean to do. Oh, gosh. I think I'm getting Madden senile, man. I think I'm getting old and senile. Ugh, come on. Jeez. So I get the ball right back up. And there's Aeneas Williams doing what I'm used to him doing, getting run by. So he's knocking on the door yet again, thanks to that. Most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. And he tries to run a zone read, but we have folks there for that. So he does not get in there and tries it again. And same result. So back-to-back zone reads with no result. 3rd and goal. We're good. We hold. Let's go. So 4th down. He's going to go for it here, obviously, with a buck 27 left. We're going to do straight spot drop here. We have our zone depths altered. We have a spy in the middle of the field, and there we go. Throw it right to the middle of the field safety, and Minkah Fitzpatrick makes the play, and that will ice the game. After we run it back, and all we're going to do is just basically just run the clock out here. No need to do anything fancy, just run the clock out. It only has a couple timeouts, so it's all over but the crying. We have ball carrier on conservative now, and we're just going to get out of here with a W. And here we go. Our first one of these of the year. As you see, the rage messages come. I'm not going to say anything bad about this guy. You know, I thought he played all right. He was running the meta stuff. You know, you got to expect that. I have no complaints. And if we play again, he might beat me next time. What's the point of doing things like this? You lost a game of Madden. So what? Who cares? That's the way the game goes sometimes. I'm assuming that he's a young kid. So, you know, it is what it is. But it's just weird to me. Just go about your day. What point do you think you're proving? I'm just a crazy dude who just plays football in Madden Ultimate Team. That's it. I have my niche, and I do what I do. I'm just an ordinary guy, but for whatever reason, some people feel the need to get all in their feelings and spam rage messages. Really, really weird. Weird indeed. So outside of those two INTs, I played a pretty clean game there as far as what I wanted to do and what I was seeing. And defensively, we did all right. We did enough. Combination of base match coverages with an adjustment here and there because of formation when you don't have proper trips rules, and some man coverage here and there. Sometimes straight man, sometimes man with some double teams. Got some good pressure out of Vic Beasley, Chase Young, and Charles Johnson at times, and that determined the game. And this is what I get in return. I said over the years that I should do a montage video of messages that I receive throughout the year, because I get some doozies. This might be the year I do it, you know? But there you go. So anyway, that's that game. Jeez. So in spite of that, I decided to keep on going and, play some more. Felt pretty good about myself. And wow, he has Barry Sanders, he has Lamar, he has Adrian Wilson as his top three. This looks like it's going to be a goon squad. Barry Sanders, I think, is the fastest offensive player in the game right now. Either him or Brandon Cooks, one of the two. Then you have Tyreek Hill, obviously. So anyhow, whatever. Let's do it. Let's see how we do. Getting the ball first. Just focus on you. Focus on your own execution. Don't worry about what the other guy has on the field. So here we go. I pressed both triggers. Oh my god. That is funny. Gonna come out in a little bit of 2x2 stick. Looks like it was a man coverage, so we just do a curl, turn that stick into a curl route and hit that bad boy. And sure enough, 3-3-5, cover one robber. You see that a ton. And we hit a little man beater there. Good, 2 for 2 so far. Looking good, looking solid, and then we do that. Ugh, he was trailing the play. I thought I could hit that and catch that in stride, but that didn't happen. So, turnover, and he is in bunch tight end. Runs Barry. I bounce off Barry. He stumbles forward for a few more yards. A lot of fall forward animations this year. So much. So many. They happen very, very frequently. Runs Dante Hall on a little crosser. Barry Sanders again, so he's on the march. Little motion out of that bunch tight end. Sending the spy. Does a good job, and that's unfortunate. And then Barry Sanders again. Good juke move there. So yeah, that's Barry Sanders doing Barry Sanders things. So down 7-0. Again, we just got to attack the man coverage. We hit Tyreek Hill there in space. On the cut. Don't see what I like there. We take off. There's no spy on the field. So we got to answer. He's got a inside run stuff. So I ran zone read. Doesn't seem to activate on zone read as often. And also HB base it won't. It's strictly for inside zone runs. From what I understand. Hit another slot curl there. Again, we want to avoid those curl flat zones that are going to the sidelines. So you want to attack the middle of the field. But avoid the user. And we hit the post route there on the play action, so we answer. So well done there. So all right, let's D up. Little play action pass. No one there, nowhere to go. Boom, he goes down. That's a good start to this drive. And we're doing a good job here. Drifty corner, I try to come back, but I don't quite get there in time. Again, just trying to adjust my cover 3 to account for trips, but if he motions guys, I can't have control of that, but it ends up working out well for me since he just runs guys right into guys who I was covering. I had to ban coverage. So, hey, I'll take it. Aeneas Williams gets the INT. So we are back in business with 30 seconds left in the half. Try to make something happen. Run a little bit with Lamar. Some tempo. We have Jerry going deep. And this gets underthrown. I went for the user rack and I got that. Oh my gosh. That should have been a touchdown. Oh my goodness. So we go into the half, tied 7-7. He gets ball. Again, motion snapping. He has the flat open there, but then he also has the crosser there too. Ugh, with Barry Sanders coming out of the backfield. That's frustrating. Sanders with the auto spin gets some yards there. He's on the march. He's on the march. Let's let guys cross our face. Come on, dudes. Come on. All things considered, I think I'm holding up pretty well on defense with the bugginess, with the coverage schemes that I play, taking into account as we get the INT there. So we're doing fine in that regard. So we just got to move the ball, and here I just try to lowball. I didn't lowball that, I should say, and we get INT as a result. That's costly. That's on me. It's 100% on me. No one to blame there but myself. Gonna do a little hard flatting here with a little bit of man coverage, anticipating that motion. We got it covered. We got it covered. We got it covered. And Chase Young gets in there. Let's go, rookie premier Chase Young. And then he tries to force it up top again. And Aeneas Williams, who I've been kind of ripping, is doing pretty well this game. Hit Jerry Rice there on the corner out. We're in business. Do a little play action. I really like how we can execute play action fakes out of the gun this year for the most part. Hit Clayton on the square in. Cam Akers. So we're driving here with a little under 2 minutes left to go in the game. Jerry Rice drops that. That is huge. So I decided to go for it here. Why not? And I probably threw this too late. That hurts. He had no timeouts. I thought I'd had a decent play dialed up that I hadn't shown yet. He ended up dropping two, and I didn't throw that. I threw that too late. I should have thrown it a little bit sooner to give him a better chance at that. So now he is driving here, trying to kick the game-winning field goal. You know, that's a tough break. So all I can do is ice the kicker and hope for a shank. The ball's on the hash, there's a chance, but he nails it. So that was our first loss in Weekend League. That was our first one. That's a bummer. I didn't play well that game. He played better. I made a couple of careless mistakes, and you just can't do that. But you can't leave on a loss. So you got to play. You can't leave with a sour taste in your mouth. So you got to play again and hope you don't lose a couple games in a row. And then you got to keep playing. If that does happen to you, you got to keep playing until you break that streak. You know how it is. It's the vicious cycle. So yeah, get right back on the horse. What more can you do, right? Let us try to rebound. Kicking the ball off, playing some Denver Broncos unis and glorious Mile High, one of my favorite venues and one of the more storied venues in league history. Runs work done wide. Again, another trips tight end. He has the underneath guy whenever he wants. He throws that very, very late. And Stephon Gilmore picks it off. So that is a good start. They really got to do something about the drifting into this mindless oblivion DBs when they do their 30-day update. That's got to end. So we begin with the shallow cross, hit the tight end. Now we hit Cam Akers. Got some nice space there to run the ball. Churn away. Still some very nice space, but we do have a good RPO look there. So we pop that sucker. Then we pop the Cam Akers in there again. So doing some good things. Run a little zone read. Can we split it and get there? Almost, not quite. But we're going to get it here on the next play on the zone split as Cam Akers fights for us and gets in. So nice, tidy, quick, crisp 7-0 lead. So back on defense we go. Tries to do the same thing or a similar thing. He doesn't want to throw the outlet for whatever reason. That gets through. That's not good. Does a little wide zone action. How does he get wide of all that? Oh my God. Jeez. Had a couple of guys in there to, in position to make a tackle if they just pursue. Get stuck on Vic Beasley. It was quick snapped a little bit there, and that means no one to set up to contain or spy Lamar. Let me tell you, Chase Young does a surprisingly good job as a spy. I was very surprised and very pleasantly surprised. Here's the back coming out on the wheel, so gotta tighten up here. He's gonna run Warwick Dunn in there for touchdown. So just like that, It is tied 7-7. Here comes the man coverage. We hit Clayton there on the cut. He was playing some cover two there. Had a choice of open receivers, so we go to Tyreek Hill there. A possession catch that there. Didn't want to risk any rack attempt there in that situation. Sometimes you can rack it, but he looked like he was closing ground pretty fast, so I possession caught it. And then we hit Jonas Smith for the touchdown. So 14-7. Good play there by him. Good job there. Now we're into the trips motion snapping portion of our programming. Somehow Tyrann Mathieu got outran from where he was at. Here comes Charles Johnson with the edge threat. Gets the sack. Second and long. Looks like he does the old quick snapperoo. He's on the run again. And he gets some of it back there. So 3rd and 8. This time we had a little bit more time to set up. And we don't animate there. Probably a little bit. Probably just a smidge too far underneath. There he finally takes the outlet there on a snag route. Looks like he ran a spot concept. So, again, knocking on the door. I'm anticipating run here. He does not run. He's going to throw. We're in good shape here, and he has nothing there. So, well done by the D. Same thing. Nothing. Looking good until there. Almost had it. We stop him here. And he has no timeouts. He tried to run the ball with no timeouts, no huddles. So of course, I'm going to get quick snapped. And I didn't want to take a timeout to get him into a better play. I figured he has no choice but to run the ball twice in a row, but I couldn't get set up. I got quick snapped again. Man. So, 14-14 game. We get the ball to start the third quarter. Lamar doing Lamar things. Chewing up yards on the zone read keep. Always nice when Lamar does Lamar things. He's rushing through with a spy. We run a little smash. Hit Clayton. More zone read. Chewing up yards. Get on the ground. Really want to punch this bad boy in here. We're going to hit Jerry Rice here on the corner route. We almost rack it in there for the touchdown. He gets, hit out of bounds. So we're knocking on the door. And Mr. Akers gets in. So 21-14. We go up. Do the old school LeBron celebration. Let's try to get a stop here and get this game over with and get him to quit. But he gets out of there somehow and gallops off to the races. Jeez, dudes, come on. Tries to run zone with Lamar. We're right there. Tackle for a loss. Good job, Honey Badger. So 2nd and long. He tries to go down the seam, but Honey Badger with the deep safety rotation out of cover 3. Buzz gets there. We click on the user pick. Cavernous hole. My lord. So let's score again and let's salt this bad boy away. More running lanes. More running lanes for Cam Akers. Wow. We almost housed this one. Almost house it. But apparently that's going to be enough for him as he's going to concede. Still 3.5 minutes left to go in the game. 2-possession lead, which I would have gotten at either a touchdown or a field goal. That's still time. I mean, you can do things in Madden. Down two scores with over 2 minutes left to go in the game. It has been done. But that is a W, and that was our last weekend league game of yesterday that we played. And we're currently at 10-3, so we'll see how many more that we play. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.